Right, hey guys, so I'm Arnold, and today we're going to be looking at the upcoming bout between Tyron Woodley versus Stephen Thomson for the UFC welterweight title. Now, to me this is a wrestling powerhouse kind of guy versus an elusive, agile striker, meaning that Woodley is obviously the wrestler with the power and the power advantage, I would say, meaning that in the first and second round, most definitely he will be able to close the show just lightning quick, and so will Thomson, but the probability is higher in the corner of Woodley, in my book. Now, the question remains if the ATT, American Top Team, where Woodley is based, can actually prepare him for all this upcoming movement of Thomson. Thomson's going to be very elusive. He's going to be sliding in and out, leaping in and out, which he does to every one of his opponents. And even like you saw Rory McDonald, he put his hands up high and he came inside and he was going to dig shots and everything. Nothing worked. He tried the Eminari roll. He tried a bunch of different takedown techniques, which, are not on par with the explosiveness of Woodley's wrestling techniques, but it shows you that his takedown defense, and obviously, of course, displayed against Johnny Hendricks as well, that Hendricks just same game plan as always, just come in, try to get him up against the cage, like he does to every one of his opponents, drag, or shoot for the hips, drag you to the mat, pound, grind away, but Thomson wasn't having it, and he won't have it against Woodley. Now, Woodley is also in the betting arenas, he is the underdog, which is not a common thing, that the champion is the underdog, but we have seen it before, recently actually, in the past, like Lawler was the underdog against McDonald in about UFC 189, but not that the odds really say much. You can ask Holly Holm when she fought Rousey. Anyway, but my feeling is that the American Top Team, ATT, where Woodley is based, they will anticipate a lot of movement. They will anticipate Thomson leaping in and out and never really being there when the big shot comes, especially the right hand of Woodley. So they'll try to, in the first half around, one round, to also move and try and cut the cage, sort of get a response, see what weapons Thomson's going to use, and then try and explode, cut off the cage and explode, or sort of grind it out with all of which has to be done by taking away space, because Thomson is going to be outclassing Woodley 10 times out of 10 if he has space to move, and he can just move freely and land strikes and circle out, leap in and out, everything. Woodley's an explosive guy, but he doesn't have the answer for that kind of stuff. We've seen Woodley against McDonald in the past, Rory McDonald, and there was a horrible fight from Woodley that night. He was doing his technique, which worked slightly for him in Strikeforce, that he purposely backs up towards the fence, and then he plants his feet by the fence, waiting for his opponents to come in, and when they come in, he explodes on them. But that, it becomes very predictable in the modern era, and these coaches today, they spot these things, they know. So fight. It's imprinted in the fighters in the fight that, okay, so they know the cues to stay away from those sort of predictable traps, which Thomson will most certainly do. And I predict that, I predict that Woodley's title reign will be short-lived, and on November 12th he will lose the TKO in the, I'd say maybe third round. I think he'll adjust well. I think he'll anticipate. So the same thing that happened to Hendricks won't happen to him. But I just don't see. I don't see that with the power, rough, raw power, strength advantage kind of stuff. I don't think it's gonna work for him in this fight. Unfortunately, but yeah, my disclaimer is that Woodley has the much bigger one-punch power, but I don't think Thomson's gonna be in the way of those. He's gonna be out of the way, leaping in, leaping out, circling, finding angles, getting into a rhythm that Woodley is not accustomed with or comfortable with. So I think Thomson's just gonna be too much for him, and I predict he will become the new UFC welterweight champion. Alright, so that's all for now. See you later.